Hey, it's Jack, and this video is called You're Awesome. Hey, my name's Jack Butler. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here or you haven't yet subscribed, I want to invite you to subscribe. I release at least 1 or 2 videos every week on authenticity, dating, and personal growth, and I'd love to have you with us. Just hit subscribe and then tap that bell notification so you hear of new videos as soon as they come out. All right, so let's get into this. This is a slightly different form of video. I was reflecting this morning and I was like, what do I want people to know? And part of what I want you to know, and if I can in any way help in your life, this will be deeply meaningful to me. I want you to know that you're awesome, right? And that's an overused word in some way. So what do I really mean by that? I want you to know that you are unique, and I want you to know that you're precious. And I want you to know that we want you here. Like, life wanted you here. That's why you incarnated. All the metaphysics of that is above my pay grade. But you're here, you made it. You know, and that's such an uncertainty, right? If you look at it from the level of conception, if you look at the level of, childhood, you look at the level of survival, and maybe even there's areas of your life that you're now thriving. Maybe there's some that you're not, but just you've experienced a lot in this life, and there's something that's completely unique about that, right? Even if your life, as you're looking at it right now, is hard, maybe it's really hard, but it's uniquely yours. It's uniquely hard in unique ways that are unique to you. And there's something that's very special and precious about that, even if you're not in touch with that in your moment-to-moment experience. I've heard it said, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And I think maybe even my take on that is don't wish it were easier, just keep wishing it were you, right? Because part of you and your unique unfolding in this life is your path, and your path is unique, right? You may be in the same religion as someone else, you may come from the same hometown, you may have the same structure of family or career, and there's so much that's unique about you and your experiences, the totality of your life, the totality of the imprinting of all your experiences on you, right? The way that you think, the way that you move, the ways that you've been broken, the ways that you feel strong. Right, the experiences that have enriched you, the experiences that have had you feel trampled, that your specific wounding, right? This thing that we think of so often as, wow, I'm wounded, or I'm hurt, or I have these problems, or I have these problems from my childhood, or I had this difficult childhood, which all may be absolutely true. And there is something unique about the constellation of your own wounding that is precious. It's an experiencing of life, even if it's really freaking hard. And I'm sorry for that if it is. It's like, but it's actually your life. And when that, it almost just moves me as when you really let that in, like, this is your life, that life has incarnated you in this very particular way for all your grace and for all your frailty. Like, you are a one-time deal, and you may not have had that reflected to you. You may not feel that in this moment, but as deeper truth as I know, I think that is true, that you are a one-time in history and geography and in culture. And it's almost like if you knew the preciousness of that, you wouldn't be so hard on yourself. Yeah, you're human. Sometimes you're lazy. Sometimes you don't show up. Sometimes you get out of bed on the wrong side. Sometimes you just have a bad day. Maybe you have got perennial themes of struggle. Maybe you can never hold down a job or make money or a relationship or all the things that society at large seems to value so much. And so much of who you really are and your value has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with your career success or not. Has nothing to do with whether you're in relationship or not. Has nothing to do with whether you have children or not. Has nothing to do with your relationship with your mom or your dad or not. It's like, it's the unique signature flavor that is you, that is actually beyond the realm of just good and bad. Yep, there may be actions that we could say, yep, that was a bit better. Yep, that wasn't so great. Maybe do less of that. But there's also like this realm of you that's a really soulful realm that is not just a scorecard on your life. It's not just a list of check boxes of like, oh, check, yeah, I did that in my career. Check, yep, I bought the house. Yep, check, I paid off the car. Yep, I paid off the mortgage. These sort of stages of life that somehow culturally we all sort of aspire to keeping up with the Joneses, even if we don't acknowledge that. And there's actually a journey at the heart of your life, which is so much more unique than that. So for every twist and turn and nuance, it's like you want to be there for that journey. You are in the own cinema of your life, right? This is a movie that we don't want to know the ending. We don't want to know every blow by blow, because that's what living your life and getting to witness yourself. Of course, we all love to be witnessed by other people, but what a deep privilege to witness your own life, right? For all its messiness, for all the ways that you love it and all the ways you don't. It's like that's the one-time deal, right? That's the one-time journey of your own life as it wends its way, for better, for worse. That there's something so awesome about that unique preciousness that we can so easily lose contact with the grind of the day-to-day, or the harrowing nature of loss or lockdown, or our own fears or insecurities about who we are, our own foundation. You know, not trivializing any of that, because we're having that very human experience. Those things are part of being human. And also part of being human is the individuality of your soul's unfolding against the backdrop of this life in ways that you might not even understand. Who knows if you and I fully understand why we incarnated, why we came here, what we're here to learn. We can grasp and approximate towards that. We may never know, and there's a beauty and a mystery. Like there's a beauty and a mystery in the core of who you are that you don't even know. I don't even know that we are doing our best to become aware of who we are, to follow our own thread, to follow our own guidance, to be who we're really meant to be, to drop the places that we have a facade or a persona, to drop the things that no longer serve us. This kind of ongoing refining of your pearl, right? Through the grit of life, your pearl is being refined of who you really are, that might become more fully and more truthfully the case. And that is awesome. You may not approach your life from that way. You may approach your life from, hey, I've got a big stack of bills over here that I can't pay, or I've got problems in my life that I can't solve. And I know that stuff can be really difficult. I know what it's like to be able to pay my bills. I know what it's like to not be able to pay my bills. I know which one I would choose. And the essence of who you are is not about that, right? The essence of who you are, that's like a little bit of a sideshow. That's a human construct. That's a human necessity. That's a human drama. And there's also this sort of vastness of who you are that's unfolding through time, through each experience, through each moment, that I also want you to be in touch with. That, your gift to yourself is, hey, I've got my own back. Like, I'm going to be here, Opportunities may come and may go. Money may come and may go. People may come and may go. And I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know how long this life may last. And I've got my own bat. I'm witnessing you. I'm appreciating you. I'm not going to abandon you. Like, I'm here with me. And I'm not trying to portray some vision of just being self-reliant, We need each other in deep and meaningful ways, and we are beautifully and richly social animals, and we tend to want to have intimacy, and we tend to want to pair up, and all of those great things. But it's also saying there is this uniqueness to you, that the more you're in touch with it, the more you can honor yourself through the highs and the lows, the more you can trust where you actually are, that it's not just by random that you're in the place that you're in your life, right? Even if it's a tough place. Maybe you brought that in so that you could learn something that's going to be profound to the unraveling of your life, to the unfolding of your life. They say that there's an X on a map, divinely marked for you right now. You are where you're meant to be. It's not that X is meant to be somewhere else. And the more you can relax into that and trust more deeply of who you are and how you're unfolding, the more your own awesomeness and everyone else's awesomeness will be available to you. And awesome doesn't just look like, upbeat and extroverted. Awesome looks like preciously who you are, whether you are Hamitic, whether you are connected easily to people, whether you are socially awkward, whether you are shy or brave or courageous or heart open or heart closed, whether you've been worn down or built up, all of it. We'll take all of it because we want who you really are. If you're authentically shy, you bring that. If you're authentically Hamitic, you bring that. If you're authentically gregarious, you bring that. We need all of us, right? That if we move into a transpersonal orientation to our life, right? We just take it from our own perspective and we kind of zoom up. It's like we're all needed here in this great tapestry and orchestra of life, this cacophony of noise and vibration and frequency and sound and color that we all are, that we're part of something that is just bigger than our own selves, part of something that we may not really even understand. And that can make it seem insignificant, but it's also hugely significant, right? That you have this individual role, this individual part to play, whether people lavish huge amounts of praise and you're famous, or whether no one knows your name. You are part of this game that we are all in together, and you are needed, and you are wanted, and you are loved, and you were incarnated for a reason. Like, let that be your solace and comfort and your champion. Right? There's no randomness to the incarnation of you and the fact that you're here in this moment in time and season and cycle of your life, and all that that brings in richness and in poorness, for all it brings in opportunity and chaos, in all it brings in terms of the precious and beautiful and fragile unfolding of the unique constellation of consciousness that's you. You're awesome. Thanks for being here.